Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Court. Today we are doing just a little bookish vlog where I will be updating my reading journal. I feel like we're running out of pages, but it's because these are so thick and these aren't filled up yet that it feels like we're running out of pages, but that is just not the case. We have tons to go and we're already on July, so I feel like we'll be able to fill up the journal and we still have a good amount of room left. But we will be doing my book journal. I am also going to be reading this book in this vlog because I started it and it's insane, and it's the book that's getting me out of my book slump. This is We Used to Live Here by Marcus Klewer. I don't know how to say it. I'll put a picture up and tell me how you think it's going to be pronounced. I don't know. I believe this is the debut novel by this author, and that there's another one by this author coming out next year, because I looked for another book by this author and couldn't find one, but I am loving this book. I got a skip the line copy from my library and I've been reading it on my Kindle. I've been loving it. It is a horror novel following these two females who buy this house. They are in a couple together, but their main job is that they buy houses, flip them, live in the houses while they're doing that, and then resell them. So they picked this house, which is in the Pacific Northwest in Oregon somewhere, but it's in like these strange woods. And there's only one road in and out to this like part of where they're at, and it's on a bridge. And when the winter comes, the bridge can get closed. Also, this family randomly shows up and is like, the dad's like, "Hey, this is my childhood home. Do you think I can like round? I used to live here. Can I like see what you've done with the place?" I personally would be like, no. Send them on my merry way. This girl lets them in and things just start spiraling from there. This family is weird. Weird things start happening. The partner starts acting super weird. Things are just all around weird. I am 41% of the way through this book. I'm on chapter 12. There's, I think, only 24 chapters in this book, and the chapters aren't very long, and the book itself isn't very long. So I'm flying through it, and it's also so good and gripping, and I can't put it down because I want to know what's happening in this weird house. The dad is like asking them, "Hey, have you noticed anything strange?" I'd pack up and leave. I would pack up and be out of there. You would never see me again. There's a weird neighbor. There's just all kinds of weird things going on. And there's a creepy basement. I don't like creepy basements. I also poorly chose to start reading this at the nighttime. Terrible mistake by me, but I am loving it, so maybe not a terrible mistake. So in this video, we are going to read this book and I'll give you my thoughts and we'll finish it together, don't worry. And we're also going to just update my book journal and just a cute, simple, little short vlog of doing books kind of stuff together, because I need to update my book journal. I didn't want to forget this month, and I've been loving this and I wanted to share. That's really all it is. So we're going to go ahead and print out the stuff that I need for my book journal and get started. It's the next day. I just wanted to give an update on We Used to Live Here. I'm now 65% of the way through. I have about a little over an hour left of the book. I have no idea what's going on. I am confused. I highlighted something that I wanted to mention in the book really fast with you guys. My notes. It says, this is from chapter 17. It says, the more one tried to prove their sanity, the more insane they appeared. This is how my entire brain feels trying to explain or understand this book. I don't know what's happening in this book. I'm confused, conflicted, feeling very, very uneasy, and I'm 65% of the way through. Like, we still got a good chunk of the book to go, and I'm just feeling very uneasy. And it's a good thing because I don't want to put this book down. I want to finish it. It's pulling me out of a reading slump. It's a good horror book. And it is doing what it's supposed to do. I do quickly want to share some book mail I got today before we jump back into reading because I got some cool little book mail today, so I wanted to share. The first is my book of the month for August. I got Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. This is stunning, and I got the one with sprayed edges because it's just beautiful. I don't know what this is about, but I love the hourglass death and life kind of opposites of the cover. It also says on the cover, some fates are worse than death. On the back, it says 6 rivals, 1 victor. Eternity is only the beginning. Let's see what it's about. Is there a map? There is a map. It's so pretty. It says, welcome to Blackwood Academy, the legendary school located on the fringes of the afterlife. Oh. Once a pupil enters the academy's arched gates, there is no way out except for the decennial, a once-in-a-decade celebration in which a single worthy student is tested and given a choice: graduate and join Blackwood's magical elite, or cross over to the mysterious other side. This time, though, the rules have changed. The decennial isn't a celebration, it's a competition, and there can only be one victor. This sounds so good. I'm so excited that this was my pick. I need to read it immediately, and it's just stunning. Like, can we just take a minute? So pretty. That sounds really good. I need to read it super soon because now I'm invested. I love a good game in fantasy type book, and I think that will be really good. It kind of sounds like Phantasma almost, and that's exciting. The other thing I got is this really cool box. I'm keeping the box. I already opened it because I was impatient. I'll open it again with you guys. It says Power, Obsession, The Terrible Price of Survival. And it's just a cute book box for this book here called A Liar's Twisted Tongue by Caroline Cusanelli, I think is how you pronounce her last name. This is book 1 in The Fated Blood trilogy. This says Power, Obsession, The Terrible Price of Survival. Desdemona has spent her life in the shadows, hiding the volatile magic that could kill her if it's ever unleashed. Born into the lowest ranks of society, she survived by her wits and her willingness to deceive. But when fate traps her within the brutal walls of Visnatus Academy, it also offers a dangerous chance: power for the first time within reach. Prince Lucian lives beneath the weight of a rotting empire and the ruthless grip of a concept family regime. Desdemona's untamed fire could be the key to his freedom and her chance to master the magic that might consume her. But as the fates intertwine and the line between ally and enemy blurs, and they're caught in a deadly game of ambition and desire where trust becomes more treacherous than the magic they wield. As an ancient society stirs, Desdemona and Lucian are forced to confront the ghosts of a war that never truly ended. Caught between survival and surrender, they must gamble everything. Let the connection bring them to ruin or become their only hope of redemption. I like the balance. I like the cover. It looks pretty cool. I'm really excited to get to that. It's book 1 in a trilogy, so that's really cool. It came with, are you team Desdemona or team Lucian? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm assuming this is her. She looks pretty cool. Got this bookmark. It says, my power is inescapable. It came with this book bag, which I'm really excited about. I think this is them. And then it just came with some book corners and some stickers and some other things. So that was really cool and I wanted to share. That is the book mail I got. I'm going to jump back into We Used to Live Here and try to finish it up. I just have a little bit over an hour and we'll see if this freaks me out or answers my questions. We're gonna find out, and I will be back with my final thoughts when I finish the book, and we'll go over my book journal that I finished yesterday. But I really just want to finish this book and do nothing else. So that's what we're gonna go do. Let's quickly go over my book journal. I only did my July spreads and just that kind of stuff this time, so that's the same. We added my favorite from July, which was Sunrise on the Reaping, and our book club read, which was The Compound. Ozzy is apparently wanting to help. I didn't read any from my 25 for 2025, unfortunately, in the month of July. But that's all right. We still have the rest of the year and we're making good headway on it. So, not too mad about that. I did add a few to my A to Z challenge. I read Problematic Summer Romance for P and These Summer Storms for a T that finally doesn't start with the. On this page, I added my rating for the 12 Recs for 12 Friends from July, and Logan chose Cruel King, so I finally got to color in that box because that was my TBR prompt. The jar that Logan chooses a read for me, and he picked it, and I finally read one. And then flipping to my summer TBR, I marked off the 5 that I read on my summer TBR. So not a whole lot, but quite a few on my summer TBR that I did read. So I'm glad that we got those done. And a lot of them were in that summer TBR showdown. So hopefully we can do a few more of those in the month of August and get a few more of these crossed off. Then we get into my July spreads. I just did an opening cutie little purple page with some green accents for the summertime, and then a 4th of July themed TBR page with the 7 books that were on my TBR. And then we have all of the books that I read in the month of July here that were not 5-star reads. Those are on this page, just the books themselves. And then we have the spreads page. So we have the spread for Sunrise on the Reaping up here with little things that highlight the geese, the greenery, the volcano, Malark Bakery, just everything about Sunrise on the Reaping. And then down here we have Wait For It by Mariana Zapata with a little quote, the baseball, and the kids, and of course Dallas Walker, because Wait For It wouldn't be Wait For It without Dallas Walker. And then we have my Problematic Summer Romance spread, which is probably my favorite just because I love Italy so much, and I love how this spread turned out. It gives summer so much, and I absolutely love the spread. It has so much just highlighting the summer romance and Maya and Connor, and I just love it so much. Also Italy. I'm just obsessed with this page. Then we have my July wrap up. It's a little different because I added a DNF graveyard because I don't think I've ever DNF'd a book this year, and this was the first one that I hard DNF'd. So I added a little graveyard on this page with my average rating, my genres, formats, totals, all that. That's usually on my wrap up. And that is all that was added to the book journal. Until next time. So I finished this book I want to cry, throw up, and scream all at the same time. What was this? This is how I feel right now. Simultaneously, these are representations of how I feel. This book was so good. I needed to know what happened. It was very, like, fast-paced and it kept me invested, but it was also the most mind-boggling book and reading experience I've had in a long time. My head hurts. I'm like speechless. This is crazy. This is also, I think, his debut novel, and now I can't wait to read more. I think his next book comes out the beginning of next year. I will be reading. That was insane. This is insane. My head hurts so bad. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I don't know if I said that because it's so good. Like, it's so good. Genuinely haven't been left this speechless since reading If We Were Villains, which it's a different kind of speechless. That was like, wow, that's a literary masterpiece. And what the heck just happened? This is what the heck just happened. This is going to stick with me. It's going to be a new favorite book to recommend people for horror, spooky season, mind-boggling type books. And I can't wait. It was so good. 4.5 stars. I had such a fun time with it. I highly recommend. I'm so lucky that my library had a early copy loan. What is it called? Where you can borrow it on Libby for like 14 days instead of the normal 21 days as like a little lucky loan. If you have Libby, you know what I'm talking about. It's like a early borrow, special borrow thing because it got me out of my slump. It did what it needed to do. I'm so excited to just keep reading. This was amazing. I can't wait to read more of his books. With that being said, that is all for our doing book stuff video. Thank you so much for coming with me the last few days, doing my book journal, reading with me, just doing some bookish stuff. If you want to find me anywhere else on the internet, all my socials are linked in the description below. I would love to have you over there as well. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out so much. Comment below a book you're reading that you're enjoying right now. I need more book recs, obviously. And I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video real soon. Bye, guys.